playing defense like that though to the side. I wish I could just play straight up, and then when I time a steal, actually get a steal.
Yeah, they only rely on a few aspects. It's cool to get. Not all players they can do that. Not all players they can do that.
Alright, so what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Big Clamp, man. As always, I want to thank everybody that's, been watching my last few videos and decided to click on this video. So I just want to go ahead and talk to you guys ultimately about this left-right cheese stuff that's going on and have a real good conversation on it. I took a little poll, with the Twitter community, what takes less skill. You see most people, they voted for the left-right cheese. Ended up having a few more votes in this at the end, but still around the same results. About like 66% of people said the left-right cheese was like the biggest, took the least skill. And I really want to go over, what's going on with it. So this is a screenshot of the YouTube comment I made over, I think it was Reese video talking about the left-right cheese. And I was like, yeah, I tried to do it, but it just feels wrong because I know I'm not playing real basketball, right? And some little kid decided they was going to get underneath my comment and say, oh, no offense, but it's not supposed to be actual basketball. It's an arcade basketball game. And if you want real basketball, go outside. Shut the fuck up. All right, listen. Don't take my word for it. 2K says themselves, right? 2K say it themselves on the back of their cover. And if you go on their website, they brag about how it's supposed to be realistic gameplay. So don't take my word for it. That's what they saying. But anyway, I got some notes. I kind of want to go over with you guys because, and another thing, right? If you're dribbling through my body, that's not arcadish. You dunking 360 or 720 dunk from like the free throw line, that's an arcade game, right? You doing some crazy like block or something like that, that's an arcadish, right? You dribbling through my body isn't an arcade game. That's just a bad game. But anyway, let me go ahead and get to these notes because I really wanted to just like write down, and make sure I kept in order what I wanted to go over. So let's talk about, where 2K20 is right now as far as the gameplay and, just overall, where the game's at, man, and how we get here. How did we get here? So, in my opinion, and I've always said that, I've been saying this for some years, it started with 2K20, man. Like exploits, I think the first exploits I seen in the game was probably like 2K19 with the left trigger glitching. 2K didn't really address that, and I feel like that's when they start letting the door open for people to just try and find the best glitches instead of actually using their basketball IQ, right? In 2K20, they did, I think, 3 major things that kind of changed the landscape of the gameplay. So the first one was they slowed down the gameplay speed. Now, if you guys know, right, how many times have you guys played a game and you guys was like, boy, I been hit square, I been hit X, I been hit triangle? That's because the gameplay speed is slowed down. Like when you slow the gameplay speed, okay, that takes your reaction time and it makes it less important. Rather than when the gameplay speed is fast, okay, the people with faster reaction times are gonna stand out. AKA the guys with higher basketball IQ, they're gonna stand out because they're gonna get rewarded for quick reaction time. So that was like one of the biggest things they did. Another thing was, they stopped, for some reason, they stopped it to where when you reach, your player just doesn't move anymore, right? In real basketball, I just want to know who thought of that. Who thought to say, okay, when these dudes reach, when somebody reach, we just gonna make them stop. Like when they use their arms, we just gonna make it so they can't use their legs. Like, what dummy thought that was a good idea? And I feel like they did that because, the bump steals was kind of a big problem in 2K19, and they really didn't know how to address it. So they was like, boy, we just gonna go ahead and just make people stop whenever they hit square or exo, whatever. But that's just so lazy to me. That was just so lazy, and that was a big change in the gameplay. When they did that, I feel like, that kind of changed the landscape and kind of made it unfair for the defense, in my opinion, in a big way. And then I think another big thing, for some reason, in 2K20, they said, okay, we're going to change the shot contest system. And instead of just saying lightly contest, heavily contest, right, we're going to let y'all see the actual percentage that you contested the player. Now, in theory, that's a good idea, right? That's not a super bad idea. But the thing about it was, if you're greening shots when I'm 50+% contesting you, okay, that's not a good shot contest system. You're just showing me the number of my contests, but it doesn't mean anything because they still able to green right there in my face. And 2K, ever since then, in my opinion, their shot contest system has been shoddy at best. I think this year's probably might be the worst as far as 2K22 shot contest system. This might be the worst shot contest system maybe of all time. I mean, maybe you guys might think, for anybody that played 2K18, that might have been worse. But in my opinion, I don't think it's worse than 2K22 right now, just because all the extra badges that offensive players have, and especially smaller guards have. You could be right there and you won't get a contest at all. It'll say open, even though you're right there. But and then Intimidator don't mean anything in this game. But that's a whole nother story itself. Another thing I want to get into, right? It seems like the attributes and your like the basic mechanics of the game don't mean nothing. They don't really apply. You don't really feel it until you put badges on. And that's another one of the problems and why this game is the way it is now, where it's like certain builds are so much better than other builds and have like a certain advantage, because your attributes don't really matter. Like you can have an 80 3-point shot, right? If you don't have no shooting badges, like the best you're gonna do is make some whites, but you probably really won't make those. Like at every one in like 7 shots you might green, if you know what I mean, if 2K decides to bless you. But it's crazy. But at the same time, you can have a low 3-point shot but then put on badges and you'll green more. It's like, where's the common sense at? So it's like your attributes just don't matter in this game. And in my opinion, ever since they started doing this with the badges, they put all these different badges in for these different categories, and they let people take off badges and put on badges. That's kind of what it's been. Like, your attributes really don't mean nothing. And I feel like, another thing is with the badges, like, your player cannot do the most basic stuff. Why is it my player has to have a badge just to go up when I'm right underneath the basket with some type of speed and I'm hitting square? Why is it that I have to have a badge for me to just catch the ball when it hits both of my hands? Why I gotta have a badge for all that? You know what I mean? Why I gotta have a badge, the ball right there, and I hit triangle to rebound the ball? Why my player just don't go grab the ball and it's right there? Why I gotta have a badge? A person that has a badge though, that's nowhere near the ball and I got boxed out, he can just come grab it because he has a badge and I don't? That just, to me, it just doesn't make sense. But, I feel like those are the reasons why now basketball IQ just doesn't stand out in this game. Your shot selection don't mean nothing because you have badges now. You don't have to take good shots. Your pass IQ don't mean nothing because, once again, with the badges now, who makes guards now? Like, and let me really ask y'all this. Who makes guards, right? Who do y'all see make a guard and they be like, boy, I want to make a guard to be a court general and pass the ball around like I'm Steve Nash or Jason Kidd? No, like, these dudes now make guards. They just want to be Curry and just shoot threes all day. Just left, right until they get open for a three. Nobody makes a guard that actually play with some good guard IQ no more. And it's really sad. Even on the defensive side, like, your on-ball defense doesn't really stand out because when you're going to get somebody using exploits, you can't really stay in front of them. You got to like play on their side and try to force them to one side of the court. You know what I mean? You can't really play no real good defense. You're not going to get a good on ball still. If they have Hall of Fame or Golden Pluckable, we might as well forget about it. And you know, even interior defense, like you could be right there just because they taller than you, and they go up press square, they make it, or they drop step pump fake 3 times and make it. It's like, damn, it's like the basketball IQ just don't stand out. And you know, the last point I really want to hit on, right, is this left-right cheese shit. The main reason they need to take it out is just because it's terrible to look at. Like, honestly, like, how many videos do y'all click on, right? And you see somebody left-right cheesing and you just want to sit there and watch that the whole time. Like, let's be honest now. And even a lot of dudes I see, like, talking bad about it, they be the same ones doing it. It's crazy. Like, nobody wants to sit there, and especially, like, if you like real basketball, why would you want to sit there and watch somebody going left, right, like, you know what I mean? Why wouldn't you just want to watch real basketball highlights? Like, what? Why? So that's one reason, like, people be complaining, talking about, like, the viewership's down on YouTube when it comes to 2K. That's one real reason, because the gameplay not good. And then another reason is because all y'all, my bad, I'm looking at my notes because I want to make sure I really hit on everything when it comes to this whole left-right thing. Everybody plays the same. Everybody plays the same. Like, I used to always be one of them dudes that was like, why people don't come to the park, why people be running all the time, you know what I mean? How you gonna get better if you don't play? But honestly, bro, why would I want to go in the park, right, and just go against people doing exploits all day? Why would I want to go against that? Why would I want to guard a dude running left, right behind the screen? And the big man, he don't even got enough sense or enough mind to even cut down. He just come and keep setting screens until the little guard gets open. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. To you bigs that do that, how do you just get on the game? And these dudes be on the game for hours at a time. How the hell you get on this game and all you do is just set a screen for somebody? You don't cut. You don't participate in the offense. You don't do nothing. That's all you do is just set a screen all day for somebody. How do you do that? Not the lockdowns that just sit in the corner all day. How do you do that? You don't get the ball at all. And then when you do get the ball, he wants you to pass it right back to him. Like, what? I don't know. I can't play like that, man. But that's, like I said, that's one reason nobody wants to look at the 2K gameplay a lot of times, because they don't want to see that left-right cheese, man. And then just overall, like, people be running the same builds. But let me tell y'all, man, when I play 3v3 random old gym, because honestly, I feel like that's one of the only modes playable right now on this game. And as soon as people see I got a two-way sharp, they exit it. It don't matter that they see my username, because you would think a dude named BitClamp YouTube is probably decent at the game, right? It don't matter because of that. It don't matter if they see my level. I got the star right there. None of that matter. As soon as they see I got a two-way sharpshooter, they exit. Like, if you ain't running the same 5 to 7 little builds, people act like they don't want to play. And it's crazy, bro. They got this whole sophisticated, you know, build maker just for everybody to run the same 5 to 7 builds. And it's been like that, like I said, since 2K20 when they did the pie chart thing. It's been like that, bro. Everybody just runs the same 5 to 7 builds. At least back then on 2K19, and I told people that the archetype system was going to be way better. At least back then, people used different play styles. People was isoing. People was trying to get their sharpshooter open off ball. People had bigs that was dominating. People was running 3 lockdowns. Like, you see different stuff. Everybody now just plays the damn same. And not even just the play styles, the lineups the same, the jump shot animations the same, the dunk animations, dribble styles, like everything. Like, there's no originality no more when it comes to, you know, the online play. And I feel like to me, that's one of the biggest reasons why, you know, a lot of people that feel like, oh, well, I hit level 40 because they made the season pass so easy to hit level 40, they don't want to play the game. No, it's because the gameplay is not good. If the gameplay was good, you wouldn't care about you would play the game regardless because you like playing the game. The gameplay's not good, so guess what? You don't want to play. That's, to me, as simple as that. The game, when you talk about a sports game, right? When you talk about a sports game, your game is directly tied to the game, how good the gameplay is. If the gameplay is good, your game is going to be good. If the gameplay is bad, then the overall game is going to be bad. It don't matter what else you do, because when you're talking about a virtual sports game, that's what people come to play. They come to play the sport. So that's, to me, the biggest reason why the game is how it is now. But I'm gonna make another video, and I'll probably come out with it either a few hours or a day later after this video. I'm gonna talk about 2K really just needs some competition, because at this point it's getting ridiculous, man. Just the stuff they be doing, and then you go and you look at Ronnie's page, you look at all these dudes in 2K's page, they act like it's no problem. They act like people just be complaining for no reason. You know what I mean? They just need competition. So I'm gonna make another video talking about, what another virtual basketball game needs to come out and look like if they want to not only survive against 2K, but thrive against 2K and really get 2K up out of here. Because 2K forgets they didn't always used to be the best basketball game. You know what I mean? It was a thing called NBA Live that was running basketball. But, they done been on top for so long now. You know what I mean? I feel like they taking their spot for granted. You know what I mean? And they think like, oh yeah, they untouchable. Like, nobody's messing with them. Nobody can take their spot. But yeah, y'all spot can get taken. And like I said, I'm gonna cover it in my next video. I'm gonna go, just a little bit more deep into it, man. But I just want to go ahead and thank everybody that for watching this video, man. I'm on the road to 50 subs, man. Hopefully I can get there before New Year's, man. So y'all do the boy a favor, if you haven't already subbed, consider subscribing to the channel, man. And until next video, man, I'll see you guys later.